Hey there and welcome to the club. Today I'll be showing you how to draw Lego Batgirl from the Lego Batman movie. Let's get started with the eyes. I'm going to start with the left side, drawing a circle, starting from the top. Come around to the bottom, then back up to the top. At the top of the eye, we're going to draw a smaller circle for a highlight. And then we're going to color the bottom area in black. Let's leave some space in the middle and draw the same thing on the right side. So starting from the top, come around to the bottom. And then we're going to draw in a smaller highlight circle at the top, and then we'll color the bottom in black. Let's add in some eyelashes. So just above the left eye, I'm going to start on the outside, just curve to the inside of the eye. Now at the end here, I just want to add some eyelashes. So we're just going to curl two little hooks up on the left side. On the right, we'll do the same thing. So starting at the top, we'll curve out, and then we'll add the little eyelashes with two little curves that come up. Let's surround the eyes with the inner part of the mask. So starting on the left side, up at the top here, we're going to curve around the eye, come down to the bottom, and then just come back up to the top point. We'll do the same thing on the right side. So starting at the top, lining up the tops here, we're going to go across above the eye, come down below the eye, and then back up to the point. In the center, in between the eyes, we're going to draw a straight line from the top coming down to the bottom. Now from this top point here, we're going to curve up above the eye hole to the side of the mask. So curving across, so it comes down in the middle. Do the same thing on the right side. So curving up above the eye and out to the outside. We're going to take these points and curve down underneath the eye and back up towards the middle. Starting on the left, we'll curve down. And we're going to pull this back up in towards the middle. Do the same thing on the right. Starting from the middle, coming down to the bottom, and then back up to the top. From here, let's add in the mouth. So I'm going to start with a curve from left to right that goes up in the middle and then down. We're going to hook up the ends. So just curling up the ends on both sides. Now we're going to come up above the middle for the lips. So from the left side, curve up and then down and towards the middle. We'll go back up and then down on the right side. Now let's draw on the bottom part of the mouth. So from the end here on the left to the right, we'll draw a curve that comes down, then back up. Now from the end of the lip to the right, we're going to draw another curve just below for the bottom lip. Let's draw in the sides of the head. So just on the left side here, we're going to draw a straight line coming down to about the same height as the mouth. On the right, we'll do the same thing. So coming down. Now we're going to connect those 2 points with a curve that comes down below the chin, just below the mouth here. So we're just going to slightly round out the side of the jaw, coming down towards the bottom. Now we're going to come back up on the right side and just round that out. We'll add in the bottom part of the mask. So we're just going to trace this just on the inside, coming down 2 short lines on either side first. Now we're going to connect those by coming down just below the mouth. Coming down, back up on the right side. Just above the mask, we're just going to draw a couple curves for a little bit of a wrinkle. So curving up and out, so it tapers outwards on both sides. Now let's go to the side of the mask going up towards the ears. So just about halfway down the side of the face here, we're just going to draw a little curve that goes upwards to the left and towards the right. Now we're going to take these points, go past the eyes, up to the top of the ears. So we want to go pretty long here. Starting on the left side, we're going to curve up and slightly bring it inwards. We'll do the same thing on the right. So going around the eye and up to the same height as we have on the left. We're going to square off the tops by drawing a short line going across. Now we're going to bring these down and towards the top of the head. So from here we're just going to follow that same line, curving down to right about there. Do the same thing on the right side, curving down to there. We're going to connect those 2 points with a curve for the top of the head. Starting on the left, curve up to the top of the head, and then back down on the right side. Now let's take this top on the left and just curve it in behind the head. Do the same thing on the right side. Now that we got the head, let's work our way down the body. So we're going to start with the top of the shoulders first. So the top line is about the same width as the head. Starting on the left, we're going to go straight across the top. From here, I want to add in the neck. So we're going to start on the left side here, draw a straight line, and then on the right, we'll draw a straight line going down. From here, we're going to angle out the side of the body, so we're going to go outwards this way. So on the left side, we'll draw a straight line coming down one side, and then the opposite on the right. From here, we're going to add in the utility belt. So from this point, we're just going to go straight across to right about there. We'll do the same thing on the right side. So the same length line. From these corners, we're going to come straight down with a short line. Now, on the inside, we want to draw the same thing. So the same length line coming down. So we're lining up the bottoms. And we draw a straight line across the bottom to connect those two lines. Let's add a little bit of detail to the pouches. So we're going to start by drawing a line down the middle, in between each of the boxes. Now at the top, we're just going to draw a line going across on both sides. Now we're going to draw a little tab on each of these squares. So in here, we'll draw a little square. On the inside, we'll draw another square, and we're going to repeat this all the way across, like that. Now we're going to draw the center part of the belt. So from these two corners, we're going to step down and draw a straight line going across. Same thing with the bottom. We're going to step up, and then we're going to go across. In the middle, we're going to add a buckle. So we're just going to draw two straight lines coming down on either side. Let's draw in the bat symbol. So at the top, we're just going to start with a short line going across the middle. We're going to go up in an angle on both sides. Now we're going to come down the side of the head of the bat, coming down like that. Now from the left side, we want to curve up. On the right, we'll curve up for the top of the wing. Now we're going to curve these down the side of the wing. It's kind of going outwards. Now we're going to do two curves that come down to a center point down here. So on the left side, we're going to curve up and then down. Let's go to the right side and do the same thing. So we're just balancing this out as we go. Now from these 2 points, we're going to go up and then come straight down to a bottom point. I'm going to bring this down pretty far, down to about there. Go up and over on the right side. Let's add in some chest detail. So just below the wing on the left side here, we're going to go up and we're going to curve this down towards the belt buckle. We'll do the same thing on the right. So we're going to go up just towards the wing and then come down. Now we're going to curve up the sides, curving up and out on both sides. We're going to add the chest underneath. So about halfway along this curve, we're just going to curve inwards to there. On the right, we'll do the same thing. So curving inwards and up. Let's add in the rib cage. So at the bottom of this curve, we're going to come in. On the right, we'll come in. We're going to angle out on both sides. From here, we're going to take this line. Just beside it, we're going to curve out towards the side of the body. Do the same thing on the right. Now we're going to do a little angle on the side here. So just underneath this curve, come in, and then come back down. Do the same on the right, going down, and then angling back out. Let's draw on the waistline here. So on this pouch, right about halfway along this pouch, we're going to draw a straight line coming down. Same thing on this side. We're going to come down with a short line. We're going to connect those 2 points with a straight line going across from left to right. From here, we're going to draw in the legs. So from these 2 corners, we're going to curve out and in for the barrel of the leg. So from this corner, we're going to go out and then pull it down to right about there. Do the same thing on the right side, going outwards and in, making sure they're at the same height. Now we're going to connect these 2 points with a straight line going across. Now we're going to split the center here with 2 lines side by side, left and right of center. Now with the legs, I want to curve them just a little bit to give it a little bit of shape. So from this point, I'm going to curve down and towards the left. From here, we're going to go down and towards the right. Now we're going to square off the bottom. So from this corner, we're going to go straight across the bottom of the foot. We'll do the same thing on the right side, making sure they're equal length. We're going to come up with a short line on both sides. Now we're going to go across the top of the foot. So from here on the left, we're going to go across to the inside of the leg. Do the same thing on the right side. Now from the bottom corner of these barrels, we just want to come down with a curve to the top of the foot, but we're going to leave a little overlap. So just leave a little bit of space on the end there. We'll do the same thing on the right. Let's add a little stripe on the foot. So right down here, we draw a straight line across. Do the same thing on the right side. We're going to add the knee pad. So I'm just going to draw a rectangle up in here about halfway down the leg. Starting at the top, go across, leaving a little bit of space on either side. Come down with a slight angle, and we'll go across the bottom. Now about halfway down the knee pad on the left, we're going to go straight in behind it and continue on the inside. Let's do the same thing on the right. So we're going to line up the top of the knee pad going straight across. Come down with a slight angle, make sure they're roughly the same length, and then we'll go across the bottom. Now in behind it, right about halfway down the knee pad, we'll draw 2 lines on either side. So now that we've got the body, let's work in the arms. So up here, we're going to draw a little pipe arm coming down this way. So from this corner, I'm going to step down a little, round out the shoulder, and then just curve down the outside of the arm. We're going to curve the cuff. So from here, we're going to go up and then in. Up here, we're going to curve back in behind the body. We're going to follow this curve going back up underneath the body like that. Let's do the same thing on the right side. So we're going to line up the top, so stepping down from the corner, go out, and then we're going to come down to the same height as we have on the left. We're going to draw a little curve for the cuff. Now we're going to curve this back up underneath the body, up like there. Let's add a little bit of detail in the forearms. So up here, draw an angled line coming down. We're going to follow that same curve coming down towards the cuff. Do the same thing on the right. Angling down and curving down towards the cuff. Up in the shoulder area, we're just going to draw a little curve detail. It's curving in. Now that we have the arms, we can layer in the hands. So I'm going to start by drawing almost like a circle with an open end at the bottom here. So starting just below the cuff right here, we're going to curve out towards the left and in. Now going back to the top, we're going to curve in the opposite direction, curving around towards the right and back down. So we've got this little gap in the middle. In here, we're going to round out the ends, a little hook. Now we're going to circle back and connect those 2 points all the way around. Now just below this curve, we're going to step down and draw another curve inside the hand, like that. Now up here, just above the hand, we're going to draw like a half circle, going up and then down. In behind this little wrist, we're going to take these 2 points and connect it with a curve going back this way. But we're going to go in behind the wrist, like that. Let's do the same thing on the right. So we're going to draw that first circle first. So up here, curving around, down to the bottom of the hand, go back to the top, curving the opposite direction to the bottom, leaving an open end at the bottom there. We'll round out the inside of the hands. Now we're going to circle back around on the inside. Now we're going to take this curve and just duplicate it just down here for the inside of the hand. Now up here we're going to draw on the wrist. So it's basically a half circle. Now from this corner, we're going to curve in behind the wrist. On the outside, we're going to curve in behind the wrist. The final thing we're going to add is the cape. So we're going to start at the shoulder, this little point here. We're going to curve down around the arm and then down just about halfway down the leg. So going around the arm and then down to right about there. We'll do the same thing on the right. Starting from the corner, going around the arm and coming down to the same height. Now we're going to draw one curve and then a second curve going in behind the leg. So let's start on the left side first. We're going to go up and then we'll pull this down. Let's do the same thing on the right. So we're going to go up and then we'll pull that down. Now we're going to curve this in behind the legs. So from this point on the left, curve up and in. On the right, we'll curve up and in. Now the cape's going to come down to a point in the middle here. So just in between the legs, we're going to draw a curve coming down to the middle, back up on the right side. The final thing, we're going to add the ponytail in the back on the right side here. So simply underneath this curve, we'll curve down and in. We're going to do an overlap. So we're going to step up and curve down behind the cape. And that's pretty much it. There we have it. There's Lego Batgirl from the Lego Batman movie. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Make sure you subscribe and visit our Lego playlist and send us your request in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.